Hello, welcome, and thank you for taking the time to join us. In this webinar, we will cover key innovations, our signature methods, and plans for the coming quarter. Lotos is a project that makes cryptocurrency safe and DeFi trading convenient, understandable, and accessible. These are not just big words. This is our mission. The goal on which we focus all our efforts. Today, the DeFi market is not only about opportunities, but also a huge number of risks. Every day, dozens, sometimes hundreds of new tokens appear, and among them, there are many scams, frauds, and outright deceptions. What is the real picture of the DeFi market today, and what are the most common challenges faced by the average user? You bought a token, but you can't sell it. You got scammed, and you lost money. You want to invest, but you don't know where to start. Too much noise, hype, and unclear terms. What is sniping? Where to look for tokens? How to understand that a project is reliable, and there are hundreds of such questions. Our task is to provide answers to them, and most importantly, to provide tools that will help you avoid mistakes and protect your assets. We do everything to make trading in DeFi not only profitable, but also truly safe. One of the most pressing issues in the DeFi market is the loss of funds on scam tokens. As practice shows, about 95% of scam projects in EVM networks are connected with the source code of a smart contract. What does this mean? The user buys a token and then can't sell it because the code has restrictions that no one warned about. There are only 5% of tokens left that don't have these hidden traps and that can actually be analyzed and used. Now compare this to what we do at Lotos. Once a token passes our filtering system, the level of scam in the code is reduced to about 30%. This means that 7 out of 10 projects that pass the selection do not contain malicious functions in their source code. They are clean at the contract level and can be used for trading without the risk of blocking or other hidden restrictions. The most convenient and intuitive interface is the result of many years of work by our team, in which a lot of effort was invested. Every detail, every screen, created with a focus on user convenience. We know that DeFi is full of complex patterns and confusing interfaces, so our goal is to simplify navigation, remove unnecessary things, and leave only what really works. We continue to improve the platform and will be sincerely grateful for your feedback. Improving the trading terminal and platform interface is a continuous process. To keep up with the times and technologies, our team improves the ecosystem daily. Your comments, suggestions, impressions are exactly what helps us move in the right direction. Let's talk about the built-in MEV protection. What is this anyway? Imagine you decide to buy a token, you click the buy button, and your transaction is sent to the mempool. What is a mempool? It is a kind of waiting pool, a place where all transactions are collected before they are confirmed by a validator. So it is in this mempool that everyone sees your transaction, including bots that hunt for profitable deals. For example, you set a slippage of 10%. This means that you agree to buy the token even if the price goes up a little. What does the bot do? It sees your willingness to overpay and buys the token before you, raising the price a little. And in the end, you get fewer tokens than you could, and he makes money off of you. This is called front running, and it is one of the most common hidden problems in the market. Many simply do not notice it because everything happens inside the mempool, unnoticed. Now the main thing, if you trade through Lotos, your transactions are invisible to bots. They don't have time to react. The blockchain displays your transaction only after it has already been completed. This means that you receive the token at the price you saw at the time of purchase, taking into account market competition. No markups, no losses, only a fair price. Let's consider a situation that happened in literally 1 second. The user sends a transaction to buy a token for $847. What happens next? At the same moment, his transaction is seen by a bot. It tracks the mempool and understands, now you can make money on this. The bot instantly buys the same token, but for $830. This increases the price, and only after that does the user's original transaction get into the block. Now the price is higher, the user gets fewer tokens than expected, and the bot immediately sells the tokens back at the new price. The result? The bot earns $13 for nothing, and the user loses some of the potential profit. Now the main thing, if you trade via Lotos, this will not happen. Our MEV protection hides your transaction until confirmation. No bot will see it and will not have time to react. You get a fair price, no manipulation, no hidden losses. Now let's talk about the balancing system that is built into Lotos. We have developed a technology that automatically searches for the best price on the market for you. See how it works. If you go to PancakeSwap, you buy a token only at the PancakeSwap price. If you go to Uniswap, you buy a token at the Uniswap price. But decentralized exchanges are different versions of V2, V3, V4. Each of them has different pools, volumes, and liquidity. And what happens? When you buy manually, you are limited to one pool. And more often than not, you overpay. Now, how Lotos works, you click Buy, and our system scans all connected exchanges and pools in real time. It splits your transaction into several parts and sends them to where the best price and the least slippage is at that moment. All this in one transaction. It is impossible to do it manually. Firstly, you will need complex scripts. And secondly, while you are clicking, arbitrage bots will already raise the price. But with Lotos, this won't happen. You don't lose liquidity. You don't feed arbitrageurs. You just get the best possible price, automatically. And this is just one of the functions of our trading system. We understand that the user wants to make decisions based on facts, and we create a full-fledged single window for this. Our terminal is not just a trading platform. It is a place where all the necessary information about each token is collected, aggregated, and verified. Each crypto project may or may not have social activity. We collect and verify social data. The project's website, Twitter, Telegram group, all this can be fake if it was forged by scammers. We check who really owns each resource. If it is a verified source, it gets a green check mark. If a fraud is found, a warning appears. You can immediately see where the real project is and where it is an attempt to steal your money. We monitor over 20,000 groups in real time on Telegram alone. We see every message. We aggregate all the information and give it to you in a single window. This is our philosophy: transparency, security, and convenience, which has been missing in the DeFi world until now. We continue to develop the platform. Our goal is not just a product. Our goal is to form a new standard of decentralized trading, and we are sincerely grateful to everyone who helps us on this path. Your participation, your ideas, and your interest are what makes Lotos alive and a truly useful tool. As I already said, one of the key elements of our platform is the aggregation of information signals from different sources. We connect dozens of channels and resources, use neural network algorithms to turn this entire flow into understandable and useful news. At the same time, importantly, we always save a link to the original source. The user can go and see for himself at any time what exactly was said, in what context, and how a particular token was discussed. Let's figure out why this is necessary using specific examples. Here are two typical cases for meme coins. On the left is a situation where we see a token trading volume inflated. The price seems to be growing, but there is no news. No mentions on Telegram, Twitter, or forums. What could this mean? Most likely, it's just a bot system inflating the volume to mislead someone, and the project needs a deeper analysis. Now look to the right. This is a different picture. We see in which communities the token appeared, which influencers wrote about it, and most importantly, how it affected the price. That is, we build a correlation between the news background and market behavior. And this is a very powerful analytical tool. If a project invests in marketing, collaborates with bloggers, builds an active media presence, we will see it. Each mention is a point on the graph. News on Twitter, a post on Telegram, everything is reflected on our platform in real time. This function has been working for only a month and a half, but we already see a stable dependence. Strong projects have more activity, higher trust, and as a result, better price dynamics. And what's important, even without a deep analysis of tokenomics, even without delving into the details of smart contracts, you can already understand how much the project is alive, discussed, and supported by the community. Social signals are a mirror of audience interest, and we make them accessible, understandable, and visual. One of our key developments is a new algorithm for analyzing scam tokens. Previously, like most services, we checked the source code of smart contracts, but this approach was manual and slow. Analyzing one new scam pattern allowed us to find 10 to 20 similar tokens. It was effective, but took up to 3 days. Now everything is different. We have implemented our own algorithmic system based on our large historical token database. We find thousands of variations for one new pattern, not copies, but modifications of the scam. And we do it in minutes, from 1 to 10. This accelerated the analysis many times over, expanded the coverage, and became a big step forward, both in scale and in the depth of filtration. It is precisely these tools that make Lotos one of the most technologically advanced solutions on the market. Now on the slide, you see one of our key developments, a technology that no other product on the market has yet. What makes it unique? Most services analyze only the token source code after it has been verified, but the token appears in the blockchain earlier, in the form of bytecode, machine code that cannot be read by a person, but only by an algorithm. And this is where we made a breakthrough. We have developed a neural network that works exactly at the bytecode level. It predicts how secure a token is, literally from the first seconds of its appearance, even before it is noticed by users, snipers, or aggregators. There are fewer flags in the bytecode than in the source code of a smart contract, but the analysis happens instantly. And if the token looks suspicious, we immediately mark it. And if it is safe, you can manage to enter the project at the earliest and most profitable stage. This technology is our technological breakthrough, and according to our estimates, we are ahead of the market by at least 6 months or even more. Another important development that I would like to tell you about. We've introduced a new level of analysis that complements our scanner and works even independently of the token code. What are we talking about? We create a detailed map of user connections and see the data in real time. It is literally a living, breathing blockchain with millions of interactions between users. And we can determine exactly how a specific address participated in the launch of certain tokens. If this address has previously been noticed creating scam projects, we raise a red flag. If on the contrary, he worked with proven and reliable teams, we give the green light. No problems were found at previous levels of analysis. News aggregation, source code or bytecode verification, but the behavioral links raise suspicions about the address. This is already a signal and a reason to take a closer look. This approach is called AML, anti-money laundering. It allows you to identify questionable commands, multi-accounts, and repeat scammers before they gain widespread attention. We have already implemented this system, and in the near future, we will begin publishing analytical reports and signals based on this data. This is another level of deep and smart protection that makes the Lotos platform truly unique. The good news that many have been waiting for, we have launched a referral program. For now, it works in a simple format, one level, but this is quite enough to get your referral link, share it with your friends, and earn 10% of the platform's commission. The system is already working. If you are registered in the terminal, just go to your personal account, and there you will immediately see who invited you and get your link. This is a simple and clear way to support the project, and at the same time earn on the growth of our audience. We are also ready to offer extended partnership conditions for more active participants. If you are interested, write to us and we will discuss everything. Today's webinar is the first in our new series. We've reached a point where we can systematically and regularly talk about the product, share innovations, and answer your questions. Yes, we continue to develop the platform. Yes, we are constantly improving. New features are appearing. But already now, in terms of functionality and depth of analytics, Lotos is one of the leaders on the market. And we understand, our task now is scaling, expanding the audience, educating users, and creating an ecosystem where anyone can feel confident in DeFi. That's why we're launching article series, regular webinars, live sessions, and AMA meetings. We will tell you how to choose tokens correctly, what to pay attention to, how our scoring works, and how to think safely in the world of crypto in general. If you already have questions or topics that interest you, be sure to send them. We will include them in the program. Our plan is to come out once a week, maybe more often, to share important analytics, answer questions, and create an environment where knowledge is accessible and risks are understood. Now, about our plans for the third quarter, let's start with the key. We are at the final stage, 80, maybe even 90% ready for launching limit orders. This means that the terminal will have the following functions: take profit, stop loss, smart grids, and other tools that bring trading closer to full automation. The next expected update is token scoring. Our goal is to make project evaluation as simple and clear as possible. But behind this simple indicator, there will be hundreds of analysis parameters, from source code to behavioral and news patterns. The scoring will be updated in real time and will become a full-fledged assistant in decision-making. Market page is being redesigned. We are updating the interface, making it faster, more convenient, and visually cleaner. If you are already working with the terminal, the changes will appear gradually, without the need to relearn. Everything will be intuitive. Now, an important addition to our AML analytics system. We are launching an analysis of user wallets, primarily those who buy new tokens. What's the point? If the token is being pumped by bots, it is immediately visible. Identical transactions are taking place, fake activity. If we see that proven investors with dozens of successful deals behind them are entering the project, this is a completely different signal, and you will see it right in our terminal. Who holds the token? How much can you trust them? Is it worth following them? Now a few words about sniping. This feature allows you to enter tokens before liquidity appears, and you can set up filters to suit your preferences, so that the system itself suggests where and what appears so that you have time for deep analysis before buying. Real-time data display is no longer just a trend, it is the standard we strive for. Our task is to ensure that the data on the screen changes right at the moment, like on stock exchange terminals, so that you see the picture not after the fact, but now. And finally, excited the most interesting thing. We are preparing an interactive assistant based on artificial intelligence. This will be your personal assistant, trained on all our analytics and knowledge base. He will tell you what to pay attention to, which tokens require caution, where there may be an opportunity to enter, and where, on the contrary, it is better to abstain. The assistant will be built right into the platform. You simply ask a question and receive a meaningful, personalized answer. We plan to launch it closer to the end of the third quarter, because before that, we need to collect and process a really massive database. But the result is worth it. These are our plans for the coming months, and all this is with one goal: to make working in DeFi convenient, understandable, and truly secure. Thank you for being with us. If you resonate with what we do, join us. Register, share the link, get bonuses, write questions in the comments. We read and answer everything. Thanks again. Together, let's make DeFi safer and more convenient.